Today we are apparently trying to win in Standard with 20 meditating rabbits. And I'll warn you right now, it might get a little hairy. You can edit that out, make me look smart. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Against the Odds. And we have a funny one this week. We are heading to Edge of Eternity Standard to play some bunny meditation. We have 20 Hare parents, and they are all meditating, and when it all comes together, they make a ton of little baby rabbits, and we kind of win the game. So let's talk about this ridiculous deck, what it's trying to do, jump into some games, see the deck in action. So we are built around Hare, a 2-mana 2/2 Rabbit Noble. Then when it enters, you make a number of 1/1 rabbit creature tokens equal to the number of other creatures you control named Hare Parent, and we can play any number of Hare Parents in our deck. So we are playing 20 Hare Parents. A full 1/3 of our deck is copies of Hare Parent. And the main idea of this deck is we're not just trying to play a Hare Parent and then play another one to make a token and then play another one to make more tokens. We are trying to combo off with Moonlight Meditation. So Moonlight Meditation, a new enchantment from Edge of Eternities. You put it on a creature or an artifact. We don't have any artifacts in the deck, but you could put it on an artifact. And it says the first time you create one or more tokens during each turn, you may instead create that many tokens that are copies of enchanted permanent. So here's what we're trying to do with this deck. Let's say we have, a couple of Hare Parents on the battlefield. We put a Moonlight Meditation on one of them. Then we play another Hare Parent. That Hare Parent is going to see the first two Hare Parents and be like, I'm supposed to make 2 1/1 rabbit tokens. But because of Moonlight Meditation, instead of being 1/1 rabbit tokens, they will be copies of Hare Parent. So now we get to make a whole bunch of Hare Parents. They're all going to see each other, and they're each going to make 1/1 rabbits. So a single copy of Hare Parent can be adding like 10, 20, 100, a million power to the battlefield once we get going. So that's the idea of the deck. Stick a Moonlight Meditation on the Hare Parent, play more Hare Parents, make a ton of Hare Parents, which make a ton of rabbits, which hopefully win us the game. The rest of the deck, we had a little graveyard plan. We have Raise the Past, which is basically in the deck because our opponents are going to try to kill our Hare Parents. And we can just raise the pass the ball, make a ton of tokens, win that way. And then we got the Telatamio, which does two things. It fills our graveyard. It mills 2 with each of its first 3 lore counters. And if we mill 2 cards of the same type, we get to draw a card and do it again, which with 20 Hare Parents is not that unrealistic that we're going to double hit once in a while and draw some cards. And then the last mode, lore counter number 4, lets us exile any number of instant sorceries or Tamio Planeswalkers from our graveyard, and we can cast those copies. That mode lets us cast any Raise the Past from our graveyard that we happen to mill over. So it's really good with Raise the Past to get back all of our Hare Parents once they die. And that's essentially the deck. Since we have 20 Hare Parents, there's not much room for anything else. We do have 4 copies that get lost for removal. Our mana base, pretty janky because we're Azorius, and Azorius has bad mana right now. But Lupin Flower Village, really good in the deck because it's pay 2, sack it, find a Hare Parent essentially. And that is Bunny Meditation. That is 20 Hare Parents doing some meditating and maybe even winning some games. Can this ridiculous plan work? Let's jump into some games and find out. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoy it. And I'll be back in a bit for the wrap up. Need some magic cards? Well, you can snag them from our sponsor, Card Kingdom, over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. Want to help out the channel? Well, you can snag these super sweet new dice, playmats, tokens, and more over at mtggoldfishmerch.com. It is time for some bunny meditation. We're playing 20 Hare Parents and trying to make the bunnies meditate. Also, we might raise the past a little bit. This hand, I mean, a little bit land heavy. No meditation, but that's fine. That's fine. We got a Hare Parent. What more do we need? Oh my god, it's more lands. Well, let's lead on the verge. Go. Opponent planes. And a Johnny's Pride Mate. Arena players and their Johnny's Pride Mates. I think we just pass. We don't even have another Hare in hand, so we might as well just pass and kill something most likely. Leiden, eh? Trying to get the life gain going. All right. Well, we are going to kill the Leiden. Prefer that not to start gaining life and growing the Pride Mate that I was mocking earlier. Opponent hits us down to 18. Ooh, a Telatamio. Okay. Well, that is going to hopefully fill the graveyard. Can we get a double hit? No. Well, there's our meditation in the graveyard where it's useless. Every time we play a janky deck, I'm kind of rooting that we play life gain. I don't know why. I feel like that's where we get our wins. About it. Sheltered by Ghosts, also an Essence Channeler. Well, the Johnny's Pride Mate, getting rid of the Telatamio. We can kill it. We do have another Get Lost, which is good. And another Hare apparent. So we can double Hare apparent. I think we're just going to kill the Ajani's pride mate, though. Yeah, let's get back the Tail of Tamio. We're going to do this now. I don't know what random protection they could be playing, but they could be playing some random protection spell. So let's get rid of the pride mate. Get back the Tail of Tamio. Double hit. Okay. Double planes. Good. Draw an island. 2 lands. Good. Draw. Ooh. Okay. There's the meditation. There's the meditation. There's the meditation. We might be able to do the thing, don't it? Another Shelter by Ghost. Okay, sure. Gets rid of the Tail of Tamio. I mean, we don't really need the Tail of Tamio at the moment. What are we doing, opponent? What are we... Another Shelter by Ghost. All right, opponent drew a lot of Shelter by Ghost, but they're out of cards. Opponent hits us down to 9. I think that's okay, though, because now we can... Oh, we probably just got a double bunny here. Yeah, we need to make the token for blocking, I think. It would be fun to put the Moonlight Meditation on it, but I think maybe next turn we can Moonlight Meditation. Let's get down Hare Apparent, ×2. Make a rabbit token, pass the turn. All right, opponent. What are we doing with our cat over there? Leonin Vanguard, sure. I mean, our opponent's going to gain a ton of life. If they can find a way to give this Essence Channeler flying, if they have a way to lose life, then we just die. But it looks like they're mono white, so maybe they don't have a way to do that, hopefully. Found it. Cracking all the maps, land, and a Healer's Hawk. Well, I mean, that is officially lethal if our opponent can ever get through with it. Maybe they don't attack here? Yeah, opponent not going to attack. Well, the time has come for Moonlight Meditation. Time for somebody meditating. So on the Hare Apparent, follow it up with a Hare Apparent. So the first time we make tokens, they enter as copies of the thing we enchanted, which is going to be a Hare Apparent. So we get 2 more Hare Apparents. They see 5 Hare Apparents. So we make 8 tokens, and I think we're doing it. I think we're doing the thing. Opponent, Healer's Hawk. I mean, that will kill us in 8 turns. Hopefully the game is not going in 8 turns. Opponent gonna gain a life with the Vanguard Grow. The Essence Channeler passes. Ooh. Well, all right. It might be time to make a lot of bunnies. Can we mill some Hare Appearance, please? Tail of Tamio, 2 lands. Okay, another shot. Mill some bunnies. All right, we didn't mill any bunnies. How many do we have? 1, 2. Yeah, let's just play one from hand. We could raise the pass, but instead we'll just make 5 Hare Appearance thanks to Moonlight Meditation. That is a whole bunch of bunnies. What is a group of bunnies called? I don't even know. I learned recently that badgers are a clan. Opponent gonna get it with everything. Well, we will do a little. We could block with the Hare Appearance to reanimate more of them. I think we will be nice and just kill our opponent though. Block. Actually, you know what? We will block with some. You know what? How do we pass up this opportunity? Let's block with some Hare Appearance. Let's go full on bunny mode. The Hare Appearance will die, not the one with the Moonlight Meditation. We want that one. We will drop to 7. We get back another Tail of Tamio. I guess we'll keep the new one. Oh, and a bonus. I mean, I guess they were dead. Well, oh, we would have made so many bunnies. If that game went on for 1 more turn, oh, we would have made so many. But it worked. It worked. Moonlight Meditation, Hare Apparent. Sweet. This hand's fine. I like this hand. Seems reasonable. Bonnet, gonna lead on the Verge. Let's just go starting town. What do we got? Another Verge. Opponents on the Verge over there. It's so funny. That's so funny with Verges. Sometimes, like, they are very good or reasonably good, but then sometimes you just draw them all. Triple Verge draw. Triple Verge. Well, let's Tail of Tamio here. Oh no, are you playing control? I thought they were like Demir mid-range. Are they countering this? Oh, all right. Well, we got a 3 steps ahead out of the hand. Yeah, opponent's got the mono blue Verge mana base at the moment. Sure. Still mono blue. Well, sadly, we're just drawing lands. I don't really know if we want to do anything. Like, even putting the Moonlight Meditation on the Hare Apparent when we don't even have another Hare Apparent. Found it. 3 steps ahead, gonna draw some cards. Just doesn't seem that good, right? If we knew we could follow it, like next turn, we have so many lands. If we draw Hare Apparent, we can just do it all in 1 turn. All right, opponent turns on their mana base. Finds a duress. All right, this kind of looking bad now. We can sack the village to dig for a Hare Apparent. But then we don't have enough mana to play the meditation and the Hare in the same turn. Yeah, let's wait. Another Moonlight meditation. Well, got it. Down to 14. We will pass. This time I think we will sack the village. Opponent, tap land. Yeah, let's do some digging. Actually, you know what? Let's wait another turn. All right, there's a Hare apparent. I want to do the thing where I just don't have any faith that the thing is going to happen. We're going to hit you. We're going to remain patient. We want our opponent to do something. Consult the star charts. Sure, this seems like a tough matchup for Moonlight Meditation. The control deck that just always leaves up mana. Opponent going to duress us. They definitely know about all the wow, they actually take the Moonlight Meditation. Maybe they do not have it? Is that possible? All right, let's sack this. See if we can actually set up a Hare apparent turn. Sack the Lupin Flower Village. Get a Hare apparent. I mean, we should always get one. It would be very all right. Well, now we could actually use extra land. Well, let's get in. If our opponent wants to fire up their creature land, that is fine. Well, I mean, we got to do something. We can't just pass forever. How about a Hare apparent? I think we are, wow, resolves. I think we are going to just wait. We might not even try to Moonlight Meditation this game. It just seems so risky. Consult the star charts. Opponent. Gonna dig through time. Almost dig through time. One card short of digging through time. 0 point ballot. Well, okay. At least it's 0 point ballot and not deadly cover up. The nightmare for this deck is deadly cover up. If we get deadly cover up, it is over and a half. Well, Hare apparent. Thankfully, we keep trying Hare apparent somehow. What a grind about it. Feed the cycle. Kills the bunny. Ooh, singularity. Okay, can we draw some reanimation? No. Raise the pass would be so good after the singularity rupture. Well, Hare apparent. Get him down, make a token past the turn. Opponent, will you stop wrathing our board for 2? Oh, all right. Well, that's a combo. Riverturn Monument. Actually, I think that combo might be kind of competitive. Against the odds time. We are trying to make 20 bunnies meditate. So far, it's not been easy. Opponent, mountain. Opponent, more mountains. Ember Heart Challenger, sure. Gonna beat us down to 18. Well, let's play, I guess it doesn't really matter. Play the Verge. And I think we're just gonna play removal this turn. Get rid of the Challenger. Next turn, we have the Raise the Past in hand. There might be an argument for Tail of Tameo, and then hopefully we draw land and double bunny on turn 4. That'd be the best. Ooh, really? Opponent can activate their land, trigger the Emberheart Challenger. We will just get lost. Get that mouse. Mice first bunnies. What does magic become? Opponent, and now a lizard comes in. Hired Claw. Well, play the land and get down the Tail of Tameo. Can we get a double hit? No. All right. Well, we got a Hare apparent in the graveyard though. That's good. That's good. It's so when it works, it feels so good, and that's like 20% of the time. Opponent, Dragnotics Engineer. Gonna add a counter to I don't know if our opponent thought you could hasten the engineer itself, but it doesn't work that way. Haste to the already unsummoning Sig Hired Claw hits us down to 15. Ooh, we draw a land. All right, mill some bunnies. Okay, 2 enchantments. That's fine. Draw a bunny. 2 lands. Okay. This is when Tail of Tameo feels so good. All right. Now we will play some bunnies. And then we can block with some bunnies to get them in the graveyard. And then we can raise the past of the bunnies. And that's going to make a lot of rabbit tokens. Right now we have one Hare apparent in the graveyard. But the real ideal of Tail of Tameo, like, it fills the graveyard, which is good. But it's also a way that we can cast a Raise the Past from the graveyard, which is kind of huge. Like, the real dream is somehow get a Moonlight Meditation on a Hare apparent and then Raise the Past and just make the most absurd amount of rabbits possible. Opponent cracks the map, bursts lightning on top. Well, we are going to do a little Hare apparent blocking here. Our opponent can pump, or they can also burst lightning. That's fine. We actually just want the Hare apparents in the graveyard at this point. With 2 Raise the Past in hand and this Tail of Tameo going, we actually just want to, come on, mill some bunnies. All right, we milled 1. That's fine. Yeah, let's just Hare apparent again. Hare apparent. The longer we wait, I'm not super worried about our opponent randomly having Graveyard Hate in their mono red deck. That seems kind of unlikely. The longer we wait, right now we're up to 4. We block, that's 6. About it. Getting in, pinging us down to 13. One thing our deck can do pretty well is chump block on the ground. We're pretty effective at putting random rabbits in front of opponent going to kill the token. Sure. Well, we stay at 13. Opponent gonna grow the Hired Claw. All right. I think it's time. Yeah, we're not gonna cast anything from the graveyard. Play the plains. Raise the past, and here comes the rabbits. 6 Hare appearance. Each going to make 5 tokens. That looks like 30 bunnies, 30 bunnies and 6 Hare appearance. All right, Mono Red, how we doing? Oh, well, we didn't get to Moonlight meditation, but there were Hare appearance, just a few. Sweet. Well, let's start with the plains. All right, opponent. What are we up to? Oh, black mana, eh? Ghost Vacuum. All right, well, the reanimation plan offline. Thankfully, we can just hardcast our Hare appearance. Go Grizzly Bunnies. Ooh, there's another one. All right, we have drawn twice as many Hare appearances lands at this point. Hit you down to 18. Hare apparent. Make a bunny. All right, what do we got, Orzhov? Another Verge. Corpses of the Lost. Opponent. Hasty 3-2 hits us. Wait, do they think they're winning this race? We got more Hare appearance. This one makes 2 tokens. Wait. Wait, is it possible we win a game just by playing 1 Hare apparent each turn? So far, we've been stuck on United Battlefront. Okay, just a Perilous Snare. That's kind of a whiff. Opponent gonna take one of our Hare appearance. Sadly, gets in with a skeleton, still thinking they are trying to win this race. It does increase their speed. Okay, there's Starting Town coming to play tapped. Our opponent's got to be thinking, come on, so lucky. How do you keep drawing those? Well, smack ya. This might actually work. The 1 Hare apparent, we're going to win by playing just a Hare apparent each turn. That doesn't seem like that's an opponent. Cannot beat the Hare apparents. I didn't think that would actually work, but sweet, I guess. I mean, we've seen the hands work in the past where we just play all the Hare apparents and somehow we win. I mean, we got the rally this time too if we draw. We gotta draw some lands. We gotta draw some lands to actually get there, but Starting Town, go. Opponent Schwamp and Velgavos Faithful. All right, so some sort of reanimator deck. Well, play the Hare apparent. The first one's always a little sad. The first one, that's the Grizzly Hare. The second one, that's when Hare apparent starts to get a little better. Opponent reading Hare apparent. I guess that makes sense. Not a card you see very much. You wouldn't kill a bunny, would you? Opponent. Oh my god. All right. Well, we figured out a lazy dragon kind of person. Bunny Murderer. Well, good news is there's always more Hare apparents. There's always money in the banana stand. Opponent. Infamous. Ooh, okay. I haven't seen Infamous Cruel Claw in forever. I feel like Infamous Cruel Claw seems like a card that could be powerful. I think because of the I would love to get down the Talatamio, but I think because Infamous Cruel Claw has Menace, I think we need the token because we really don't want our opponent to play something big for free here. That would be not optimal. Ugh, all right. Deep Cavern Bat. Well, you can take a bunny, or a Saga, or the Raise the Past. I imagine the answer is Raise the Past. Raise the Past is the scariest looking card. Yeah, opponent gonna take the Raise the Past. And passes. Let's do it. Yeah, actually, no, it's too risky. All right, let's play Hare apparent. I really want to play the Moonlight meditation, but I'm just so worried about getting blown out, and we kind of need blockers. Hostile Investigator. Well, I think with only 3 lands, we're going to get rid of the Moonlight meditation. Against Rakdos, they got to have a ton of removal, though we haven't seen a ton of removal. Opponent gets their clue, hits us down to 18. We draw Hare apparent, but we are going to try to fill the graveyard here. Let's tail a Tamio. We could really use a land. Oh my god, we milled 2 lands. Land. All right. Well, we're having trouble finding land number 3 here. Opponent, Overlord of the Baelmerk. Does a little... Oh, no. You know what's pretty good against... against our deck, giving all creatures -2, -2. Hey, there's a double hit. There's a double hit. Man, but we cannot draw land. The way that we can beat, the way we beat this is by drawing a land so we can raise it past everything the turn after our opponent razzes away our board, which I imagine is going to be this turn most likely. Yeah, that card seems really good against us. How are we supposed to beat Harvester of Misery? Well, yeah, there's the Harvester. All creatures -2, -2, which is a bunny massacre. I mean, it does kill the bat, so we get back to raise the pass. The problem is we are unable to draw land number 3. I want to kill the infamous Cruel Claw, but if we do, they can just get it back with the Overlord anyway. I think we gotta kill the Overlord in hope that the Cruel Claw does not go too badly. This could go very badly. Opponent gets in, hits us down to 13. Cruel Claw triggers. What's on top? Trumpeting Carnosaur. Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, if we draw a land, we are still 1,000,000% in this game. We just need to draw land number 4 so we can cast a Raise the Pass. Opponent spins into an Overlord of the Baelmerk off the Carnosaur. Gonna mill some cards. Gonna get back, I don't know, probably a Valgavas Faithful. All right, come on, Magic Gods. Come on, man. If you ever loved the bunnies, Magic Gods. Too many bunnies. All right, double hit. Man, we milled all of our lands. Well, that was a brutal one because we had the thing. We just could not find our land. All right. 3 bunnies. 3 bunnies, a tail of Tameo. Ooh, what? White light line. Okay. Well, I guess that means our opponent's trying to gain life. Opponent, Ruin Lurker Bat. Well, we will see your bat with a bunny. Hare Parent. About it. Hare Parent, like, I feel like Hare Parent's the kind of magic puns. It's a very classic kind of magic pun. Those are the kind of goofy cards that I kind of like. Well, let's get down Tail of Tameo. Opponent has an Essence Channeler for their life game plan. Double hit. Okay. 2 lands. Draw. And a land and a bunny. Oh, we do need to draw land number 4. We're playing 24 lands, so we're not being like super greedy or anything. With the Ruin Lurker Bat. All right, we will take it. Opponent gains some life, grows the Essence Channelers. Okay, 2 rabbits into a rabbit and Raise the Past. Oh, we really need to draw the land next turn because a Tail of Tameo, when it gets the last lore counter, lets us cast the instant or sorcery from the graveyard. So we can cast that Raise the Past to reanimate all those bunnies we milled. There's a Linden. So many Lindens today. Opponent getting in, triggering, gaining life. This is also going to turn on the ley line, so their stuff's about to get big. I mean, our opponent's going to have a ton of life. Thankfully, we are not currently dead. We're going to block. We're going to trust that the Magic Gods are going to give us a land, and we're going to reanimate all these bunnies, and it's going to be amazing. Okay, thank goodness. That is a land. Tail of Tameo. Mills 2 lands, that's fine. We draw Hare Parent. Mills 2 Raise the Pass, so we draw Plains. 2, oh my god! The triple hit. The triple hit. I mean, that's the power of Tail of Tameo is... So when that happens, it feels like, oh my god, this card's so busted. And then other times you play it and it's just like mill 2 each turn. How do we best survive this? Like, next turn's gonna be wild. So we can leave up 2 removal spells. We can play 2 Hare Parents. We can play 1 Hare Parent, leave up 1 removal spell. How do we die? I mean, it's kind of like that other life gain deck where if they can find a way to give their Essence Channelers flying, we're super dead. But being mono white, I'm not sure they have a way to lose life during their turn, so we might not be super dead. I guess actually, do we just chump block through it, or do we leave up 1? You know what? If they give their stuff flying, we're dead anyway. If we get lost one of the Essence Channelers, the counter's going the bat, which is even worse for us. I think we actually just play 2 Hare Parents. Like, if they have a way to lose life, we're dead no matter what we do. Because if we get lost the Essence Channelers, it makes the bat huge. So I guess we just hope we live and then trusted this Raise the Pass. I know our opponent's at 36, 37, 38, 39 life. Their Essence Channelers are massive, but we have a whole herd of bunnies coming. I still want to know what a group of bunnies is called. I'm going to have to look it up. Because I'm curious. Opponent hits us to 7. Well, now we get to do the big thing. Yes, your Essence Channelers are big. We draw. Surprise, surprise, a Hare Parent. Well, Tail of Tameo, yes, we would like to Raise the Pass from our graveyard. And let's make some hares. 11 Hare parrots. Each are going to make 10 tokens. That is, I believe, 100 bunnies. Oh, our opponent's at 46 life, but it is nowhere near enough. All right, play the land past the turn, and all right, opponent, can you be? I gotta look it up. Exemplar of light, sure. A group of rabbits, a colony, or a nest, or a herd. Hey, a herd is actually right, huh? I feel like there should be a better one. A bunch of bunnies. Yeah, you gotta get that alliteration in there. Opponent triggering lots of stuff, pretending like they still have a chance to win this game, which they very much do not. Sure, we will chump with the rabbits, and then I got 99 bunnies that are coming at your face. Opponent gains so much life, and it just did not matter. Well, we didn't get to Moonlight meditation that game, but that was the most bunnies we made yet. This is pretty sweet. Opponent forest. More Hare appearance. What does that mean? Let's play a plains. So, oh god, Tifa. Okay. Well, we might be about to get smacked. Let's play a Hare apparent, which, as far as 2-drops go, is roughly as strong as Tifa Lockhart. Same tier. They're close. I may be slightly behind, but opponent forest. The problem with the landfall, oh god, Mossborn too. The problem with the landfall deck is trample. Trample is a bit of a thing here. We're gonna play Tail of Tameo. I think the most realistic way for us to win this game, and I don't even know if it's possible. Yeah, all right, no double hit. The most realistic way is going to be some sort of big raise the past. But the problem with this matchup is, as you've seen, our bunnies are actually really good at blocking. Very good at soaking up random damage on the ground. The problem with landfall is, though, all of our opponent's stuff tramples. So we can't do our chump blocking trick in a world of Mossborn Hydras and Tifa Lockharts. It just does not actually work. So now we gotta hope they don't have lands. Like, even if, let's say the dream happens. Remember we had like 100 bunny tokens on the battlefield? Even that might not be enough to stop Tifa and Mossborn Hydra. Like, once they start doubling the counters, if we cannot kill it, eventually it's just going to be thousands of power. Pound it, triggers. Well, we will take the beats. We want to keep, I think this turn we're probably going to play 2 Hare appearance. We're going to play 2 Hare appearance. Come on, let's mill some Hare appearance, please. Tail of Tameo. Come on, Tail of Tameo. All right, there's 1. Well, let's play a Hare apparent. So our hope is, play the Hare appearance. Hopefully we can block to survive this turn, which, if there's a traveling chocobo, is not a given. But we get to make some money tokens. We can jump with all the Hare appearance to get them in the graveyard and then raise the past everything. And we can make, like, I don't know, 20, 30 power, which normally would be great. Unless this Mossborn Hydra pops off here. I am a little bit scared. Oh no, mountain. Okay. Ooh, that means World Souls Rage is a possibility. I was thinking they were mono green, but apparently not. Well, all right, World Souls Rage X2. Do they have lands? No, my god, okay. 1 land. Okay, not dead yet. We can actually survive this. We could also just draw a removal spell and start killing things, and that would make life better. Opponent getting in with the Mossborn. Well, this looks very awkward, but we're going to put all 3 Hare appearance in front of the Mossborn Hydra. This soaks up a bit of damage. More importantly, it gets the hares in the graveyard for raise the past purposes. The problem is, another Hare apparent, of course. All right, not great. We'll play the land. We're going to raise the past. I think we get 5. So each makes 4 tokens, so we get 20 tokens. So I think we can just, if they have another land, we're dead. Oh, if they have another fetch land, we're definitely dead. That Mossborn Hydra is about to be, let's see, 32, 64, 128 power. Yep. Not enough bunnies in the world for that. Hey, we're going to keep this. I mean, I like 2 Talatamios. They're legendary, but that is a good way to hopefully dig through our deck. We'll see. We'll see what our opponent's up to. Raccoon Theater. So many animal matchups this week. Raccoons, bunnies, lizards, opponent, FOMO. I'm gonna do a little looting. Discards. Ooh, Arden. Okay. Oh, so opponent's Reanimator. Interesting. Well, get down Teletamio. Double hit bunnies. That is spectacular. Would have been nice if we did it again. Okay. That's good, though. Next turn, we can double Hare Apparent. We do have the Moonlight Meditation, too. This is going to be interesting. I mean, if they just zombify Arden, then things become very sketchy. Vel'Gavas Faithful. Well, that means Arden can come back next turn, down to 18. We mill. All right, Meditation and land. Well, let's play an island. And I think this turn we just double Hare Apparent. Double Hare Apparent this turn. We're going to need to find our own reanimation, but next turn we can Moonlight Meditation plus Hare Apparent, and that's when things start to become interesting. All right, opponent, land, cracks the Vel'Gavas Faithful, gets back the Arden. Arden hits our graveyard too? Wait a minute. All right, opponent has a 5/5 Hare Apparent now. Yeah, we're just going to take it this turn. Down to 11. Another Moonlight Meditation. Oh, double hit. That's good. 2 bunnies, a 3rd bunny. Man, if we can find a Raise the Pass, well, it's Moonlight Meditation, the Hare Apparent, play a Hare Apparent. Rather than make a bunny token, we're going to make 2 more Hare Apparents. They will each make the tokens. All of a sudden, I mean, the combo actually adds a lot of power to the battlefield. It's tricky to find the window, right? You got to find the window where your opponent can't kill your Hare Apparent in response, but it actually, I don't know if you remember, resentful revelation for our opponent. I don't know if you remember a long time ago, we played this modern deck with Master of Waves and Mystic Reflection, where Master Waves makes the tokens, and you make the tokens copy of Master Waves, and it gets really huge. This is kind of like the standard version of that. Opponent, Arden, gonna steal. They're actually making rabbit tokens now. And they get Menace. Wait, why does no one play Arden? Card's actually kind of, I guess I did not connect that Arden could reanimate from any graveyard. Well, we're gonna kill one of the rabbit tokens, chump the other one. We just don't want to lose the actual Hare Apparents. The tokens, that's fine. We can block with the tokens. We want to keep the Hare Apparents if we can. All right. Well, we take 0. We managed to kill one of our own bunnies that Arden reanimated. I guess that's also taking bunnies out of our graveyard for Raise the Pass, which is, oh my God almighty. Okay. That is Raise the Past. Oh boy. Okay, things are about to happen. We even have enough mana that we can get lost. We can get lost to kill the Arden, and then we can Raise the Past, and this is going to be absurd. This is going to be the best one yet. Arden down. Okay, it is time for some Hare Apparent Meditation. Raise the Past. They're each going to be copies. The first one's, oh my God. Oh, here they come. The first one's going to make copies of the Hare Apparent, which is an opponent doesn't even wait to see the bunnies. No! That was going to be a good one, though. That was going to be a really good one. Well, Moonlight Meditation, Hare Apparent, better than Arden, apparently. This hand, I mean, for some reason, 2 landers scare me with this deck, just because we've had a couple of games where we just could not draw into land number 3 or 4. But, I mean, this hand is exactly what we want. 3 Hare Apparents, a Moonlight Meditation, and a Talatamio opponent. Escape Tunnel. Okay, this is a landfall again, I assume. I'm pretty sure that the only deck that actually plays Escape Tunnel is landfall. Opponent does get a forest. Well, we're gonna play the starting town, pass the turn. Don't heave us, opponent. We don't have any removal this game. Just chill. Okay, there's a Zaz Chocobo and Llanowar Elves. All right, we get a land. That's good. Well, get down the Hare Apparent. Pass the turn. Well, we gotta hope to dodge the Tramplers. Like Zaz Chocobos, Bristly Bills, that kind of stuff. We can deal with that all day. That's fine. Okay, Bristly Bill. It's the Tifa and the Mossborn. Those are the two cards that we really got to try to keep our removal for, because those are the ones that just trample over. This might actually be a good Moonlight Meditation game, because I don't think Landfall has that much removal. Like, we might actually get away with just slamming a Moonlight Meditation. You know, we're going to go for it. Moonlight Meditation on the Hare Apparent. As fast as you can do it. Get it down on turn 3 on the bunny. If you got removal, then I guess we're sad. Although we even have a backup Moonlight Meditation, so even that's not the... I mean, it's pretty bad. But I guess it's not the absolute end of the world. Ooh, Traveling Chocobo. With Bristly Bill. Land off the top. Double triggers. But nothing has trample. That's all that really matters. Make your stuff big, that's fine. Just do not trample it, because that's what's going to make us die. We will take the beats. We should have a good turn, though. We're almost got too many Moonlight Meditations. Well, Hare Apparent number 2 with the Moonlight Meditation. So the token will be a Hare Apparent. Yes, please. Which will make 2 tokens. So in some world, it makes sense to hold on to Hare Apparent for next turn. I think we got to play it safe, though, and just run it out. So next turn, if we draw land, we can use Village to dig for a Hare Apparent. If not, do we attack? Yeah, I don't know. We don't want to lose. We don't want to lose a Moonlight Meditation bunny still. I guess worst case... So drawing a Hare Apparent's good. We make 1,000,000 bunnies. Drawing a land that's untapped is good, because then we get a Hare Apparent. Worst case, we don't do either of those, which that's like a huge percentage of our deck, and then we play Tail of Tameo, I guess. But considering we have 24 lands and 20 bunnies, that means 44 of our 60 cards qualify as being hits here. Yeah, I guess minus the starting towns, but gonna do some attacking. They can also start doubling their counters, so there's no way we're actually killing their stuff here. That's not happening. We can do some chumping to not take any damage, hopefully. We're kind of fine with that. We lose 3 tokens. We take 0. Opponent, post-combat, gonna double the counters. All right, so we draw the land. Yeah, there's so much upside. We got to go for the Lupin Flower Village and find a Hare Apparent. Sack it. Find us a Hare Apparent, and okay, this is a good one. So with 4 Hare Apparents, we're gonna make 4 more Hare Apparents, and then they're each gonna make 8 tokens, I think. That is not bad for 2 mana. This is 2 mana make, I don't even know. 2 mana make 40 power, maybe? 2 mana 40. Split across a whole bunch of bodies. I think we got this one. We managed it. Landfall feels so tough if they have Tifa and Mossborn, but we managed to dodge the tramplers, and when that happens, we just have so many bunnies to block with that I don't know how they possibly kill us. Well, hit you down to 10. Pass the turn. Do your worst opponent. Not really, though. Oh, there's some Mossborn. Thank goodness. Our opponent found it, but they make it huge. They can make it super huge. It doesn't have haste, though. They found it 1 turn too late. If they had found the Mossborn 1 turn ago, I think they make the Mossborn so big that even with all these rabbit tokens, I'm pretty sure they just don't one-shot us. But thankfully, little late with the Moss. Little late with the Mossborn opponent. Fetch land, triggers all their stuff. Bristly Bill, gonna grow the Llanowar. Chocobo grows. Hydra up to a 32. Another Traveling Chocobo. Off the top of the deck, I believe. And... oh, get bunnied. They got bunnied. Turns out a whole bunch of rabbits better than one really big Mossborn Hydra. At least in this game. Sweet. You know, making some bunnies. Having to meditate a bit. Meditating about bunnies. With bunnies. Opponent. No, Demir. Aye. All right. Well, let's see how this goes. We will get down. Hare Apparent Part 1. Control is definitely, I think... Oh, Riverturn Monument. Control is the trickiest matchup, I think. Just because if you can just keep killing our bunnies, then, well, if you keep killing our bunnies, we have the Raise the Pass plan. If you can kill the bunnies and deal with our graveyard, then we are very sad. Opponent, land number 3. We're going to have one of those games where we get stuck on land number 2 by the legs. So Riverturn Monument, pretty good with that new Wrath. Opponent going to mill themselves for 2. Sure. And long goodbye. All right, there goes a Hare apparent. Ugh. I mean, Raise the Pass is really good. Unfortunately, we are not anywhere near being able to cast a hit you down to fit. Maybe we can get the little aggro win here. Maybe we can just get the little aggro, curve out. And by that, I mean play a Hare apparent every turn and have it be good enough. Bone it. Ooh. More River Turn Monuments. I feel like Mill Control could actually be a pretty good deck. Here comes the rabbits. Still on 2 land. Another game with more Hare appearance than lands. Opponent mills us. I mean, our clock is fast enough that we do beat the River Turn Monuments. Wow, mills themselves. Oh no. They milled a deadly cover up. Oh, if they have a deadly cover up, it is the ultimate rabbit disaster. Oh no. That would make sense with why they were milling themselves. We literally can't win if they have it. Oh no. Yeah. Well, guess what? Our only way to win the game is the bunnies, and there ain't no more bunnies. Moonlight Meditation Hare apparent combo. I use the word combo very loosely in this case. But it's a synergy. How about that? Synergy. We bunny to make more bunnies. Opponent leads on a starting town. Well, we will match your starting town with a starting town of our own. Opponent plays a concealed courtyard. Well, we will not match that. Instead, we'll play a plains and a Hare apparent. So our opponent, what are Orzhov? Could be Esper. Who knows? With starting town, nowhere to run. All right, well, that is one dead bunny. Cosmo Grand. That's a scary card. Well, let's tail a Tameo. Let's see if we can get a double hit or two. All right, 2 enchantments. That's good. Draw a bunny. 2 bunnies. Okay, keep it going. All right, we'll take it. In all of that, we milled a bunch of Hare apparents, and we have the Raise the Pass. So, you know what's pretty good against Cosmogrand Zenith is just making a whole bunch of bodies. Like the power of Cosmogrand Zenith, and that card has been good. That card's actually very good. The power is it's really good at going wide, right? And then making those go wide creatures big. But if we can just make a million rabbits. Ooh, 2 lands. Okay. And all right, Moonlight Meditation and land. So we can double Hare apparent. We also just have 2 Raise the Past. You know what? Let's just Raise the Past. I think we have what, 4 Hare apparents? So 4 Hare apparents, 12 tokens. I mean, that's still almost 20 power. And opponent, that's still actually exactly 20 power. And opponent, wow, okay. Well, that's scoops it up. That is the freebie. That is the power Raise the Past is sometimes it just gets them. Yeah, we have a very diverse hand for our deck. When you have 24 lands and 20 Hare apparents, your hands look samey a lot of the times. But this, we got a little removal, got to Raise the Pass, got a Moonlight Meditation, got 1 Hare apparent. Not having a bunch of Hare apparents in our starting hand, usually not an issue because there's just so many in our deck that our odds of drawing them are pretty good. Opponent gonna lead on some Is It mana. Well, I mean, Hare apparent, run it out there. Can you stop it, opponent? Opponent plains and passing. All right, there's another Hare apparent. I'm too scared to run out the Moonlight Meditation. All right, spring loaded. Oh, they're an artifact deck. I see. Well, let's play the Hare apparent. Okay, well, that means it might be somewhat safe to run out the Moonlight Meditation. Not that we, all right, braided net for our opponent. Not that we have a, well, there's the Hare apparent. Not that we have another Hare apparent anyway, is what I was going to say. Get Lost really needs to be able to hit artifacts. Wizards, why did you not power creep Get Lost enough? Yeah, let's just do it. Moonlight Meditation on the Hare apparent. The thing I'm concerned about is we see the spring-loaded Saw Blade, and now that they have braided net, they can just tap down the bunny and then Saw Blade it, which, yeah, would be awkward, but are we tapping it? Are we tapping it, opponent? All right, tap that bunny. Sure. And Ufamori Vault, that's a good land, and another braided net. All right. Well, I mean, we get to do the thing. a mini version of the thing, Hare Apparent. Only 2 of them, so the first one's kind of like mid. But with Moonlight Meditation, even just 2 Hare Apparents. So we get a token that's actually going to be a Hare Apparent. That's going to see 3 Hare Apparents, so we get 2 more tokens. Even that is pretty good for 2 mana. 2 mana makes 6 power, 4 bodies. That's still pretty good. And now I think we will actually beat down. At this point, if the Hare Apparent dies, even the one with the Moonlight Meditation, it's not that bad because then we can just raise the pasta anyway. Island for our opponent. Simulacrum Synthesizer. All right. I mean, that's okay. They don't have trample. So hopefully we can just kind of go around the big constructs with our little bunnies. All right. Scries to the top. And yeah, they can still braided net. Passes. Well, let's see what we draw. Worst case, we can sack the village, find a Hare Apparent. All right, gonna tap down the Moonlight Meditation Hare Apparent. Tap down the other Hare Apparent. All right, that's fine. We draw land. Well, the village so far has been 100% to find a Hare Apparent, which mathematically it's got to be it's not. I mean, it's not 100%, but it's got to be a good number. Well, Hare Apparent. This is a pretty good one. We got 4 Hare Apparents. That means that because of Moonlight Meditation, we get 4 more Hare Apparents, 1,000,000 tokens. And do you have a Wrath artifact deck? Show us your Fumigate. Show us your Ultima. Show us your Pinnacle Starcage. Well, I was actually joking. I didn't really think that the artifact deck would play Pinnacle Starcage because it gets their own Simulacrum Synthesizer tokens, but I guess they just don't really care. And the saddest blowout, even a Wrath there is kind of fine because then we just rally the ancestors, get all the Hare Apparents back, have a lethal board again. But Pinnacle Starcage in specific, wow, now they get a construct, they get to draw cards. Well, we get a Tail of Tameo. We are going to need some good running. Spell Pierce? Okay. Well, we will pay. We will mill. Hare Apparent a land. Yeah, I don't think we don't have a way to kill the Pinnacle Starcage. And our opponent's just going to draw infinite cards. And they, wow. Perilous Snare. Get rid of the Tail of Tameo. Yeah, there's no coming back at this point. Pinnacle Starcage got us good. Wow. Even a normal Wrath would have been okay, but yeah, that was some bunny extermination. Brutal. I mean, we're going to keep this. We got 3 Hare Apparents. Tron Assembled, Bonnet Forest, and Hemosymbiotic Might. That is a good card. That is a very good card. I am scared of that card. We played that in our budget mono green deck, and I was oh no, 2 of them. One thing we saw in that video is 2 mites is usually just deadly. Thankfully, we do have some removal, and I think we're gonna have to spend it. It's awkward. The Gist Lost makes maps that can grow the mites, which then grow other things, but yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure when we played budget mono green, I'm pretty sure we won pretty much every game where we had a mite, but we definitely won games where we had 2 mites. Like, 2 mites just growing each other gets so absurd. Opponent Mossborn Hydra. Interesting. I don't know what our opponent's deck is. Well, now we're going to kill the Mossborn Hydra. I guess the other way to neuter the mite is just to make sure there's no other creature on the battlefield. Our deck can't do that well, though. We're not really controlled Ice Till Explorer. So opponent's just like green stuff, a little bit of landfall, Warden of the Groves. So those are just like mono green. Mono green, not especially synergistic in one way or another. Bonnet gets their second land drop. Gonna start cracking the maps on the mites. And gets in, hits us down to 17. Ooh, Moonlight Meditation is a great draw, though. Let's play the Hare Apparent. And the Hare Apparent. Next turn, we have enough mana that we can Moonlight Meditation and Hare Apparent. And, I mean, the Might doesn't have Trample. We might be okay here. Somehow. Found it. Land, mills, and fetch land. Mills again. Gonna do some map crackage. Ooh, Terra Symbiosis. spicy. And a warden. This really is just like green cards. Okay. Little +1/+1 counter synergy, little mono green aggro synergy, bit of landfall thrown in. Opponent gonna crack the maps here, keeping the Terra Symbiosis. Terra Symbiosis is interesting. It is we're gonna take 4 and block the Ice Till. It's interesting. It seems hard to put a bunch of counters on something at once, but if you can do it, it's kind of busted. Well, all right. I mean, opponent's mostly tapped down. Moonlight Meditation on the Hare Apparent. Hare Apparent. Gonna make some tokens that are actually Hare Apparents. And those will make some tokens. I mean, we dealt with the Mossborn Hydra, so we might actually be okay. Without the Mossborn, there's no trample. So sure, you can draw cards, you can make things big with might. There's Terra Symbiosis. I definitely want to try to build a Terra Symbiosis deck. I haven't got to it yet, but it's on my list of things I want to build. Opponent Mills. Fabled Passage. Cracks. And Mills of Terra Symbiosis. Sure. And a lot of War Elves. Warden of the Grove, gonna trigger, draw a card. I mean, I guess, even if you're only drawing 1 card a turn with Terra Symbiosis, it's not that bad. Although we have Howlmark Siege, which kind of does the same thing. Terra Symbiosis becomes very exciting once you are putting a bunch of counters on something at once. But that's kind of tricky to do. Well, we drew a land, so we might as well just tail a Tameo. See what we can see. Mill. All right, 2 enchantments. Draw a land. Well, if we're going to draw a land, drawing the village is the best land. Sadly, because we played Tail of Tameo, we can't actually use it this turn. We're just going to sit back. Well, the end of our opponent's turn, we can crack the village, find another Hare Apparent. If our opponent wants to attack, that's fine. We have many rabbits who would like to chump block here. The Warden of the Grove, going to do its thing. Well, we will sack the village. Grab us a Hare Apparent. Bone it. Terra Symbiosis, gonna draw a card and a card thanks to the Warden of the Grove. And oh my god, that's so raise the past. I don't know if we have, how many bunnies do we have? 1? Yeah. All right, we might as well just play one from hand. All right, Hare Apparent. I mean, with the Moonlight Meditation out, this is kind of absurd. Yes, make them into more Hare Apparents. So we get 6 Hare Apparents this turn, 5 make tokens, 50 power. I mean, this is how we've won most of our games. The combo, it's so funny. It is actually a pretty effective way to kill people, as silly as it sounds. Moonlight Meditation Hare Apparent. It is actually, like, when you get it set up, it actually is powerful. The challenge is just getting it set up, and also the fact that when it a Bororoid. A Bororoid's been so much better than I expected. That was a card that was like, yeah, probably a commander card, but I've actually died to it a couple times. And Terra Symbiosis, draw a new hand. Okay, now we see the Terra Symbiosis is popping off. Found it. Gonna bushwhack. Finally deals with the meditating bunny, but I think it's too late. I think it's just too late. We got 50, actually 60 plus 1/1 tokens. Found it. Land. Triggers. Bristly Bill. Grows a Bororoid. I mean, our opponent can make their stuff huge. Commune with beavers. Sure. Add some beavers into the animal mix. There's the Mossborn Hydra, which Mossborn Hydra would... Wow. Mossborn Hydra would kill us. But it's going to be too slow. It's going to be too slow. The rabbits kill first. Found it. Gets down the Hydra. Cracks the fetch. I mean, I think our opponent knows they're dead, and they're just like, I might as well have as much fun as I can on the way out the door. Found it. Triggers. And a Bororoid. Everything is absolute. Man, that Bororoid popped off. This is the best I've seen a Bororoid do. Like, that is adding a lot of counters. Well, we're just going to do a little rabbit jumping. We're going to jump with the Hare Apparents because we got the Raise the Past. And our opponent did blow up our Moonlight We were just trying to meditate. We're just some peaceful hippie rabbits here trying to meditate, and our opponent comes in and bushwhacks us. So because of that, we're going to Raise the Past, and we're going to make even more bunnies before we kill you. And now we will do some attacking. Here comes the rabbit tokens, and... Whew, well, shouldn't have disturbed our meditation, opponent. You should not have disturbed our peaceful meditation. Sweet. So what did we learn this week about our Heir Apparent meditation deck for standard? And overall, we went 9 and 12 with the deck, good for a 43% win percentage, which is not a great win percentage. Obviously, you want to be 50% or above. But considering we're playing 20 Heir Apparents, I was actually pretty happy to win 43% of the time. I actually thought it was going to be a lot worse than that. And the plan, when it works, it's really funny and actually oddly effective. Like, we had some ridiculous games with this deck where we can actually get a Moonlight meditation on something and we just make like hundreds of rabbit tokens. It gets out of control super quickly. This is a deck that, when things go well, you can easily hit the token limit on Magic Arena and just make the biggest board possible. On the other hand, our deck has 20 Heir Apparent, so if our opponent can just disrupt us, we don't really have much of a backup plan. We got to see the one Dimir control deck get us with a deadly cover-up to exile all of our Heir Apparents. So there is a lot of risk that comes with playing 20 copies of a single card in your deck, especially when on a base level, that card is essentially a grizzly bear if you don't have any other support with it. So I don't think this is like a truly competitive deck, but it is a deck that was way better than I thought it would be, because I thought we were going to win way less than 43% of the time. And it is pretty funny to win with 20 Heir Apparents, and even funnier once they start meditating and making tons of little rabbit tokens. So anyway, that's bunny meditation. That is 20 Heir Apparents. That's better against the odds for this week. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.